Good morning, digital mentors. It is Friday. There's my little alarm telling me it's time to go live. So, today the topic is all about what are your non negotiables? I heard this topic years ago. I mean, like years and years ago. And I did take it and apply it, but I had already been doing some non negotiables and I wasn't aware that that's what they were called. So, today I'm just going to share with you some of my non negotiables, both in personal life and then in my business. And the reason why I'm going to put those together is because you are the business. Okay. Like wherever you go, there's the business. And so you need to be really aware of the fact that if you don't take care of the business, it's not going to produce for very long. So let me know if you actually have some of these non-negotiables that you're already applying, okay, in your either personal or your business. So I'm just going to go down the line, okay? There are several things that I have been doing for years and years and years, and I believe that that's what's really helped me to stay focused on the things that I want to accomplish in my life and I want to accomplish in my business. And this is just a routine, a habit that I've created for myself. And the very first thing that I'm going to ask for you to ask yourself is what is important to you? Okay, because if you're doing something because somebody else is doing it, you might not stick long enough to see the results because it's really not coming from a place of, what fires you up. Okay, so most of the time whenever I look at my non-negotiables, it's always going to connect and tie in with my values. And so my values is honesty, ethical, morals, and it has to be legal. Okay, and so when I look at my non-negotiables, I've been doing these, like I said, for many, many years, and I'm going to go down the line as to how I do life. Okay, and it connects to my business. And I know that it's important for me to get in the right space, the right mind space, the right energetic space, the right belief that I can actually move this business forward and accomplish all the things that I want, right? So the very first thing that I do as soon as I get up in the morning is personal development. I Yes, I do touch my phone, I'm not going to lie, but because one of the things that I practice is meditation. So I have some meditations that I have downloaded on my phone that work well for me. Sometimes it's a 10-minute meditation, sometimes it's a 20-minute meditation, sometimes it can go up to 45 minutes to an hour. Why? Because I feel like I need it. Okay. Not that I don't want to say I need it. I want it. Okay. I want it. I feel like this is something that's really going to help me to get in the zone, to, you know, envision my goals, everything that I want to do in life, not just business, but also personal. Okay. So meditation is the first thing that I plug into, right? And then um, I journal, but I don't necessarily journal like my thoughts. I actually scribe. I just let it flow. I just write and let it flow. And the thing that's so cool when I do that is some things that come out of this writing, I'm just like in awe because I can't believe that I was thinking about this. And it obviously is not me. My conscious mind is my subconscious mind that's really putting out, right, in writing what it has already inside. And it's so funny because this morning, as I was journaling, I literally had a download of what I need to do to accomplish this one goal that I have. And I was like, wow, that is so simple. Okay. So for me, journaling is critical part of my non-negotiables. I have got to meditate. I have got to journal because it helps me. Okay. It's honesty to myself. Okay. And also being um, ethical to myself, having the morals, to say, yes, I'm going to stick to it. And then obviously I know that it's legal, right? The next thing that I do is every morning, as a matter of fact, today I kind of turned it around a little bit because I was going to do this live, is go for about a 10 to 15-minute walk around the park. Um, Recently I've been going by myself. Osita's kind of taking a break for whatever reason. And so I go to my morning walk. And then when I come back, I just feel so much better. Then I come into my workout room. I do like, a little 30-minute workout, like targeting, right? And then I came to my office, meditated, journal. So I did it a little different, which it still accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, right? My non-negotiables are in place. The other thing too is I know that if I'm doing these personal things for myself, I have to incorporate drinking in a certain amount of water. Okay. So in my case, I have a formula that I use, and that formula is the one that helps me to stay on target based on my weight and based on how much water I need to drink in a day. And so water is critical for me. Okay. And there's times that one, believe it or not, that one is probably the hardest one for me to stick to than all the other things that I just mentioned to you. Okay. Now, the other thing too is obviously staying connected to my family. Now, here in this household, obviously, we're empty nesters. It's just my husband and I. So connecting with him and having, just time to just chill out, enjoy ourselves or whatever, right? So I make that habit. My older children, or they don't live here locally. So, I don't really have that time to spend with them. And so I make the best of what I have, right? Which is currently my spouse, Osita. My daughter, who lives close by, comes and we hang out. We might hang out for, the whole day. It's just making sure that I stay connected to my family, right? Now, those are just personal development. Okay. And within the personal development, when I go for my walk, I want to insert this. Okay. When I go for my walk, I also listen to an audible book. And it depends on how I'm feeling for the day. I might need some, like uh, selling from my comfort zone. I might need that Audible book, okay? Because I do have it on Audible, by the way. I might need that. But then other times I might need something totally different. I'm so into law of attraction, energetics for business, anything that can just help me to grow, right? And get a better understanding and knowledge about the things that I love to teach about, right? And so when I'm walking, I'm listening to something, like I'm not necessarily on the phone. There's times when, my bestie and I, who lives in another state, um, I call her my online bestie. Sometimes we're brainstorming. As I'm walking, I'm brainstorming with her what I'm going to put together, whatever, right? And so I'm still doing personal development because she might say something that will fire me up. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a great idea, right? And so that's personal growth for me. I have to tap into that every single morning. And even, okay, speaking to my full time employees, okay, even when I was a full time employee, I got up earlier just to spend that hour creating these habits for myself. Okay. Because if you do not, one of the things that I was literally told this morning, it was like, it just fell on me. If you do not create your own lifestyle, nobody else can create it for you. This is a me job. This is a me creation. This is you tapping into what you want and just being there. And if you don't have it there for whatever reason, so for example, I said that I have a workout room, right? Okay, now I have one, but I didn't have one in the past. So I was be in the TV room, because we also have a TV room. That's where I would do my workouts. But people would be walking back and forth, right? Some of them would come to the bedroom and then go back downstairs, and here I am trying to work out, but I did it anyway. I didn't allow other people to get in my way or to distract me. Okay. So you want to ask yourself, what's important to me? Is it your health? Is it your mindset? Is it, family connections? Is it, maybe connecting with your friends? Like, it's so funny because I was just thinking today, I really don't have a lot of like really close friends here. Most of my friends are on social media. But yesterday, somebody that we used to hang out all the time, messaged me, and I've been thinking about her. Like, I woke up thinking about her on Wednesday. She messages me Thursday and say, "Hey, I've been thinking about you. We're going to go out to lunch." It's like, you know what I'm saying? When you're vibing high, you start attracting the right things to you. And so I did want to, obviously connect with her, hang out with her. And here we go. Today, we're going to go out and have lunch. So that's when you're like in alignment. Okay. a CEO, in my opinion, has to be in alignment to what they want to create. Because if you don't, it's going to just take you longer. Okay. And literally, who wants longer? Like, no, we want to go now, right? We want to accomplish those things now, get the results now. All right. So now for business. Okay. This is my non negotiables for business. And I'm going to share with you something that a really good mentor of mine actually shared with me a long time ago. I did it immediately. And let me tell you, it has turned out to be super uh, effective. Okay. So for my business, okay, my non negotiables are creating content every single day. As a matter of fact, really what I have started to do, and this has worked out really nice, is on Sundays I just kind of get on my for example, I a lot of times my husband's home on Sunday, so I just get a little escape time. Like I take like about an hour, I just escape upstairs, and then I just put together my weekly content. What am I going to offer? Like, when am I going to offer it? What day am I going to do this, that, and the other? And then I just put it together. And that way it's not that hard for me to create, like to post it, because all I have to do is cut and paste. I mean, copy and paste. Okay. So creating content, it's a non-negotiable. You have to. You have to do it. It's almost like opening the doors. If you had a brick and mortar company, opening the doors to the business so that the customers can come in, right? Same thing with content. The next thing is I show up. Right now, I'm running a 30-day live video challenge. We're almost done, and I have to show up for these ladies every single day. Like, I want to be there. I want to deliver the content. I want to help them to really get confident and fired up about doing live videos and doing a phenomenal introducing themselves and then doing a call to action. I love that. That fires me up. I'm always ready. You see what I'm saying? So showing up, right? And that is important for me. It's a non-negotiable. Okay. And then also, the one thing that I have to do for my business is continue to not create, not one, that's not the word, continue to see how I can grow my business easily and effortlessly, because I'm not a hustler. I'm not like, I just don't like hard. Okay. Not that things have not been difficult for me or challenging for me. Some of the things that I need to do technology wise, listen, I can just go to YouTube and I can figure it out. Okay. And you can too. So whatever has ease and flow to help my business grow, that's what I'm going to do. Ooh, I like that title. Did you get that? Whatever has ease and flow, right? Like that. That's what you want to do. You want to create a business that's really that feels good. That's something that you really want, so that you can stick to your non-negotiables. And when you do that, when you take time to sit down and really write down, what do I really like to do? What do I really love? Okay. So let's go to the example that I said I was going to share with you. So that way you can decide if this is something that you want to do. But I do want you to ask yourself this question, right? What's important to me? And then based on what's important to you, then you can create your non-negotiables if you don't have them yet. Okay. So I remember my mentor at the time, actually she did it on a live video just like this. Okay. She was with Digital Mentors for a very long time. So what she said is, do this: get a piece of paper. Okay. Just make it in, get it into a half. Right there you go. Right on this side here, you're going to put what I love to do. What I love to do. So for example, do you love to journal? Do you love to meditate? Do you love to go for walks in the morning or in the evening? Do you love to exercise at the gym? Like, what are those things that you love to do? Do you love doing live video like myself? Do you love, maybe you're like a little bit of an introvert or an introvert and you prefer writing. Okay? Maybe you love to write, okay? What are those things that you love and they feel so good to you that like fire you up, just fire you up, okay? And then on this other side, I want you to put things I don't like to do. Okay. I remember her saying things I hate. I don't really want to say I hate anything. Okay. Because then I put a little bit of resistance to it. But things, things I don't particularly like to do. Okay. So for me, the very first thing that I put here was technology, editing my videos. I don't like to be in a diet. I don't like diets. I'm not a diet girl. Okay. I'm not going to uh, sacrifice myself like that. I'm just going to make better choices. I'm just going to make better choices. Okay. And so, what I practice, which I love, is intermittent fasting. So, I'll put that on this side. Okay. So, I hate dieting. Okay. Honestly, I don't think I've ever like, oh, I'm going to do this diet. No, if I'm going to be able to make some changes that I want, I'm going to find out which is the best way that I can do that. Okay. And so this right here, when you answer, the what I love, and then, oh, I'm getting ready to sneeze. Um, oh Lord. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. So what I love and what I don't, then it's easy for me to set my non-negotiables. Then right there, you can literally say, okay, since I love to do these things and they feel comfortable to me, they feel good to me, I am going to write these things down and they're going to be a non-negotiable. Like, now, don't be so strict on yourself or so hard on yourself. Like, for example, there are seasons, okay? And I believe that everything has a season, okay? There were seasons where I was like so on it at a certain, I would like I had this little routine going in the morning, right? I would get up. First thing I do is as soon as I wake up, I just say a little prayer for my family. I get up, I get dressed to go work out, because if I don't get dressed to go work out, more than likely I won't. Okay. And then I would go to my TV room, which is right outside my bedroom. I'd sit there and then I would just meditate. First thing I would do is meditate. Sometimes it would just be 5 minutes. Okay. It doesn't have to be an hour. If you don't have it, you don't have it, right? So 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like today I did, I think it was a 10-minute meditation. It was so good. Okay. And then after that, then I journal. Then I go for my walk. Okay. And then I come back and then I get ready for the day. Right. So you want to create habits that feel good to you, that you can do every single day and not beat yourself up. Okay. So if I was beating myself up about, let's say, about journaling, I'm not going to journal that day. If I'm thinking about, oh, I got to journal, I will not journal that day. Why? Because I'm doing it with an energy that is not ease and flow for me. And I want to make sure that I'm in alignment when I'm going to do it. So to me, when I grab my journal, it's like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. Okay. So for example, here's my little journal. I also have non-negotiables for I am. Could you believe that? So I'm going to read those to you. I have 5 non-negotiables I am as well. This is in addition to, this is a bonus. Okay, this is a little bonus to this live. My non-negotiables are I am worthy, I am loved, I am ready, I am safe, and I am powerful. I write those down. I read those because those are my non-negotiables for I am. I never knew that there was an I am non-negotiable, but guess what? Now I found out. So now I'm going to apply it. So let me know, what are your non-negotiables, if you have any, or are you going to, work on it so that way you can have this in your back pocket and say, like, you know what? These are my non-negotiables. If my daughter, this is how you know that these are your non-negotiables. If my daughter, or if my husband, or if Osita try to come in my office when I am doing meditation and journaling, they will not be able to come in. That's how I am so serious about my non-negotiables. The door will be locked. And maybe you don't have an office right now. Guess what? I used to do this in the bathroom when I had a full house. I literally used to sit in the bathroom, and I would sometimes sit on the floor, because it was more comfortable. I'd sit on the floor and I would meditate and I would do my journaling. And when I was done, then I would come out. Nobody bothers you in the bathroom. So I'm just saying, okay, in the closet, if you have a closet, go in the closet, okay? They will not bother you, but you have to set this, you literally have to set boundaries and say, hey, this is my time before I actually get started for the day and then start rushing for everybody else. Because I'm not rushing for me. Most of the time, I'm rushing for somebody else. Oh, Sita needs to be fed. Here I go, rushing. Oh, my daughter needs this. Here I go, rushing. Most of the time, people are going to pull you out of your fun zone. So have boundaries. Don't allow that to happen. You are worth it. You are worth every bit of that time that you're going to spend with your non-negotiables that are going to help you to grow, to be a better leader, to be just a better person, but then also to have that creativity to continue to move your business forward. All right. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Let's see. Good morning. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Oh, here we go. I got a new mouse and I don't know how to use it yet. See, that's what I'm talking about. Technology, right? I know. I just know me, and so it's better to know me than to not know me. I'm going to work on them for sure. Yes, do it, Elizabeth. You are such a cool chick. Yes, it's important. Awesome. Taria says, thank you. Good morning, Michael, Nathan. Good morning. Let's see who else is here. Hey, Anthony, nice to see you. Ease and flow. That's the only way to go. Yes. Let's see. Any other questions? I think you guys, okay. How did you learn to enjoy journaling? Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to give you a name of a book that I really didn't journal for a very long time. But then I read a book by what's his name? Uh, Hal Hal Alrod. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Hal Alrod or something like that. But I'm going to give you the name of the book. And he talked about savers. And in that savers, he spoke about journaling, but he didn't call it journaling. He actually called it scribing. And I was like, what is scribing? I've never heard of that. I have no idea what that means. And so I was like, let me, once I was reading this book, and this book is geared more towards network marketers, but also just personal development and things like that. I just shared it the other day, believe it or not. And in this, he explained scribing. And I was like, well, what is scribing? Because I really don't like to read like journal about what I did today. That's not like, that's done. You know what I'm saying? So I really like the way that he said, when you scribe, you literally just allow that flow. Yeah, that's it. Miracle morning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so he spoke about that and he said, if you just sit down, okay, just chill out, right? And then just get a pen and a piece of paper and then just allow your thoughts to come and then write those thoughts that are flowing from you. Like, I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna share a little story here. Years ago, I was asked to coach my daughter's volleyball team. I had been an assistant coach for many of her school years. They never won. Like, they never really went to championship or anything like that, right? They would always be like in, and then they were out of the league because they just never really won. But one time, and I actually had surgery on my knee, so I wasn't going to be that active. But they asked me, and I said, okay, I'll do it because obviously my daughter is there. And I had scribed one morning. I woke up and I was just scribing, and during that time that I was journaling, I literally heard that you're going to help them to get to to win the championship and to take the trophy home. And I was like, okay, cool. So I just received it. I was just open. I just received it. I said, okay. So now my actual activities or my job was to make sure that the plays were right, right? I had to position the girls correctly. I had to do my part, right? Because you can't just journal and just be like, okay, I'm going to wait. No, I had to do now activities to help them. Can you believe that year they won the championship? They brought the trophy home. And later on, I found out that they were really not supposed to get trophies. They were only supposed to get the medallion or whatever that thing's called, right? But But the league, because we won every single game all the way up to, I think we lost one game throughout the whole league, right? The person that had put this event together actually bought, said, I'm going to buy all of those trophies for your team. Like, what? You see what I'm saying? Like, I just wrote what I heard, what I felt like writing, and then it manifested. It manifested. So I love that type of journaling, which is scribing. Okay. So if you read his book, I actually have it on Audible, but if you read his book, he goes a little deeper into it and how he used it to build a huge business and a huge team. All right. So just wanted to share that. Another one is keeping my promises. Keeping my promises to others, but also those I make myself. Love this call. Very inspirational. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, that's a biggie. Okay, especially those we make to ourselves. I used to make a habit of breaking all of the promises I made to myself. Unfortunately, ooh, and see with that, Ashley, if you break promises to yourself, unfortunately, it carries over to breaking promises to other people. And that is really a place where you want to find out why is it that you do that, right? You want to go a little deeper, personal development, right? And that's part of the first thing that I do in the morning because this if you break those promises to yourself, right? That's a habit. It's a habit, and you want to shift that habit. Well, like the way that I always think, and I make it super simple for myself. If I don't like what I'm doing, I just need to shift it and do what I like, and that can help you to really like move forward with ease and flow in your personal life. Because most of the time, when we do this, we end up beating ourselves up mentally and emotionally, and then we're drained because like my gosh, like I couldn't do this, I can't believe I didn't do this, da 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 da. And that's one of the things that used to happen to me when I first started doing live videos for my business. Is I knew I had to go live every single day. 5 years ago or 6 years ago, however many years I've been here, we used to have to go live every single day, and it wasn't like a 60-minute video, it was like a half an hour. Okay, and there was times when I would, okay, I'm going to do this, right? I would show up for 2, 3 days in a row, and then I would just not show up for another 2, 3 days, and then I would show back up. And it was like hit and miss, hit. So obviously, people were not taking me serious because if I don't take me serious, who will, right? So I hope that helps you to, first and foremost, know that most of us go through that, but there is a way to make that change to make our lives much, much more pleasant and enjoyable. All right. You are welcome, Mark. You are so welcome. Let's see. What's the other one? Hmm. It gets harder and harder every time you do it. Yes, that's awesome. Yep. So very true. It all makes sense. Thank you so much. It's so funny because I was thinking about what can I share today that can help you to identify, right? Identify some areas that maybe you are not being true to you. That's why I said, in the beginning, I said, what's important to you, not what's important to your spouse. Now, I love my spouse, but it's what's important to me that matters because I'm living my life. He's not living my life for me, right? So that's why I said it's important for you to identify what is it that you love, and then use those things that you love to help you to become a better person and also to create a business that's in alignment to what you love. A lot of times I work with people that are building businesses like someone else, but that's not really what they want. At the end of the day, when I really dig deep, they're like, well, that's not, I really wanted this. It's like, well, why are we working on this when you really wanted that? Let's go there now, right? Like, let's shift. Let's forget about this thing that you think you have to do. Write it down. I'm telling you, this exercise works so well for me that it got to the point where I never had to edit a video. Never. And I have so many videos that have been edited for me. Okay. I never had to. The first person that started editing videos for me was my daughter. She was a teenager. She was at home. She liked messing on the computer. And she used to edit my videos for me. Later on, down the line, I was able to get a team to work and do that for me, right? But I wrote down the things that I was not going to do. Like that's not where I flow. That's not where I shine. That's not where my creativity is going to be. Like, no, thank you. Okay. So if you just do this, if you just sit down for an hour and just really think about what are the things that I love to do for me, because if you're not satisfied, if you're not enjoying what you're doing for yourself, then the business struggles. The business it happens like it crosses over. Okay, because I heard a long time ago somebody here on Digital Mentors say, once you get married to your business and you all become one, your business and you, we are one with everything anyway. But a lot of people tend to disconnect it. When you become one with yourself and your business, and wherever you go, you know that your business is there. Okay, you will actually prospect more, you will actually connect with more and build more relationships. But once you get to this point, it's like you really know that you have a really nice ease and flow between you and your business, and people feel it because everything is energy and it transfers, right? So I love talking about personal development. I love talking about live video. I love helping people to really envision big. I mean, if we're going to envision, why not envision big, right? If we're going to dream, why not dream big? Like that's just how I'm wired. Okay. So I just wanted to bring this to you because I think that this would really help you to kind of like not be here, there, and everywhere. Boom. These are my non-negotiables, and I'm going to get this done today before I put my head on the bed. Okay. So that is it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this content. Have a phenomenal Friday and obviously a really, really awesome weekend as well. And I will see you on my next video.